And while firefighters are still hard at work battling these wildfires, the Ely community is hard at work helping their neighbors. Northern News Now's Maggie Franson learns more about the newly formed Ely Community Response Team.
While the air in Ely has started to clear, many evacuees still need help. A group of volunteers, now known as the Ely Community Response Team, is connecting people to critical resources, from housing and parking assistance to air purifiers and free masks.
A lot of people, want to do something, give something. We want to make sure it's effective and actually, it goes to good use. So.
Acting as a central hub, the response team also launched a GoFundMe for the Morris Lake Township Fire Department. Leaders say within hours, the outpouring of support was overwhelming.
We did do a GoFundMe for our local Morris Lake Township Fire Department, and we raised over $10,000 in 5 hours. Now we're at $20,000. But we, again, beyond that, we really want to focus people's efforts to supporting the local community.
One local outfitter who's seen the response team's work firsthand says he's grateful people in Ely are stepping up in such a big way.
And I'm really, really happy that they've stepped up to kind of be this kind of central repository for information and resources, and help. Because a lot of people are asking how they can help.
And while the response continues for families who need support after leaving their homes, Ely business owners want the public to know the community is still open.
Ely is still alive and open. The sky is blue. It's beautiful out today. Our stores are open. Our community is ready to serve the public and the population.
In Ely, Maggie Franson, Northern News Now.
That group is currently based out of Ely's Historic State Theater, where the public can stop by for free supplies along with information and guidance on next steps if you've had to evacuate.